Hi Capricorn, welcome to your week ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Cappy, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have the Sun card. Light, heat, blessings and ultimate abundance. What I love about this card is it tends to show up when our blessings are enhanced and our challenges are diminished. Ultimately, this could be as well that some of you are traveling right now. Makes total sense. It is August. Right. The other thing that suggests with this as well, the Sun card very often shows up when a youthful kind of energy is present in our lives. So for those of you that are trying to conceive, this could be a great week for it. For those of you that have children already, they could feature for you or be shining in your life in some way, shape or form. If you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. For your actions and options this week, you have the Hermit card. So this, for me, it's an interesting combination, right? Because you've got the Sun card there, which is light, heat and blessings. You've got the Hermit card here, which is the Holly King in this deck, which suggests a withdrawal. This is about coming inward. But there's something about this that suggests that the sun is illuminating the path. So your actions this week, I mean, especially with the Hermit, this could be you getting really diligent, really focused on trying to extract the best out of what you're trying to do. I foresee for a lot of you this week, there's going to be a lot of planning. I see you sitting down with like a notepad, you're writing things out. Maybe some of you are crafting something. Maybe you're creating a model version of whatever it is that you're trying to do. There's something about this that suggests you are really getting into it on like a really detailed kind of orientated level. And it's like, you know, when they say like an architect will see the building before they, before they even make any plans or whatever, there's something this week where you're projecting your mind out into the future to understand, or not even to understand, but you're projecting your mind out into the future in order to start building or planning. It's like you can see the bridge, now you're starting to build the bridge. Okay, so really interesting. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Knight of Pentacles. There's definitely travel in these cards, okay? I'm gonna say as well, for some of you, I feel like this might be spontaneous travel. So maybe this is, you know, something that happens sort of very quickly. Maybe it's something that happens in, in a way that you kind of don't expect. And the reason I say that, so the Knight of Pentacles is a mode of transport, and then you've got the Sun card, which is travel. So you've got definitely, some form of travel. Because it's in the communications and conversations, this could be somebody invites you, and it's kind of like, oh, well, I hadn't planned to do that, but you know what? Yeah, I'm going to go for it. With the Hermit card, remember the Hermit card also has an element to it that is, it's like a quest. So this is about searching for something or seeking for something. So for some of you, this could literally be a trip of some kind that has an element where you're having to, maybe like you're hunting for something, or maybe a friend phones you up and says, oh, by the way, I found that piece of furniture that you want, but we're having to drive 3 towns over to go and fetch it. There's something about this where it's like it's happening spontaneously. You're hopping in the car and it's like, you know what, let's just see where it takes us. And it ends up being this really wonderful drive, not drive, it could be a drive, but it ends up being this wonderful trip. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, the Knight of Pentacles, I mean, this is an energy that's very similar to Capricorn anyway. It's about slow, steady gains. And because you've got this in that education sector, this tells me that you are in it for the long haul, but you're already starting to see the blessings. So for those of you that have just started studying something, maybe you're realizing that you're really good at this week, that, before you'd even got that far in your studies. With those of you that are employed by somebody else, that's career advancement. And with this Hermit card here, This is recognition for your expertise, all right? So if you are employed by somebody else, this is really great news. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, I really like this for finding new business, but it's like you're having to travel to it. Even if that's not necessarily physical travel, maybe this is you reaching out to people in next town over. Maybe it's you reaching out to people online. There's something about you going after or chasing new business. Maybe you're shifting your demographic. Maybe you're deciding, actually, you know what? If I was going to set up a business, if I was going to do this is the target market that I would be aiming for. There's like a really solid sort of, there's like a really solid drive forward. Do you know what I mean? It's just, I love it. I really love this, but it's almost like it's not outsourcing, but it's like you're expanding your reach for your business. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, this is vacation week, all right? Like, even if you're not going far, take some time off, take some time out. Even if you're unemployed and you're looking for work, take a week off of looking for work and just be aware of what happens to find you when you take that time off. For your love and relations, you've got the Tower card. Okay, so not the easiest of energies, but you've got this with the Sun card. Who's to say that this can't be a spontaneous blessing? Who's to say it can't be a shocking blessing that turns your world upside down, like a pregnancy or... and it's very possible. I just got to say that. Maybe not necessarily so much with the Hermit card, but with these three, it's very possible this could be a surprise pregnancy. So this is a time to be mindful. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, this could be literally maybe your partner comes to you and says, we've got the green light, we're going. All right, so maybe you're changing where you live, maybe you're changing, your partner's changing their job. Maybe, just maybe, one of you gets a promotion and your resources come up trumps. This could be great. For those of you that are single, I love this for spontaneously just running into somebody. Like, you know, when you're just like, you're hurried, you look a mess, you're not even thinking about that kind of thing. You bump into somebody and you're like, wow, you look like, you know, the Mount Olympus just spat you out, and here I am looking like a vagrant and probably smelling like one as well. Right? Like, and you meet someone and you're like, oh, you look like a Greek god and I currently look trash. But so what, right? They find you endearing. I love this for running into somebody spontaneously, easily, that could quite frankly knock your socks off. For your money and materials, you've got the Knight of Wands. So for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, oh, you know that intimacy coming in this week. Ooh, 2 knights literally represents intimacy, but you've got this with the Sun card as well. So it puts like an added extra sort of heightened layer on that. For those of you that are single as well, this heightens that energy. So very, very nice. So when it comes to your finances and your money, there is money to be made, but it's likely to come from or through communities in some way. So if you are connected to a community, if you're building a community, or you have like a group or a group dynamic that you're a part of, that's where you can maximize the potential to make resources or, you know, make more money this week. The other thing as well, this is overtime, is the Knight of Wands. It's a very active card. So for those of you that have that potential, this is a week where you could snap up some overtime. For your physical health and vitality, I love the Knight of Wands because it's energetic, it's passionate. This is you getting back to being more active. This is you getting back to being more dynamic in your own body. And with the Sun card, you're just feeling great. All right, and then when it comes to your home and environment, for a lot of you, it looks like you're exploring your local area more. You know, whether this is on foot, whether it's by car, maybe for some of you, you're going horse riding. Very possible as well, because that's like a triple hit of equine energy, and you've got the Hermit card, which is Virgo ruled, which tends to be animals. So it's possible. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week, and let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.